I want to talk to anybody who's over 40. You should start a YouTube channel, and here's why. I know what you're thinking right now. You're probably saying to yourself, isn't YouTube for young people? Aren't I too old for this? Well, I'm here to tell you that's complete nonsense, and by the end of this video, I'm going to prove to you why being over 40 is actually your biggest advantage on YouTube. My name is Sarah Mitchell, and as I'm recording this video, I'm 47 years old. I started my YouTube channel 3 years ago when I was 44, right after I got laid off from my corporate marketing job of 18 years. I had no idea what I was doing. I had never edited a video in my life. I didn't even know what a thumbnail was, but I was desperate. I had a mortgage, 2 kids in college, and suddenly no income. I thought my career was over. I thought I was too old to start something new. I was wrong, dead wrong. Let me show you exactly what happened. When I started my channel in January 2021, I had 0 subscribers, 0 views, 0 everything. I was starting from absolute scratch at 44 years old. Look at this graph. This is my actual YouTube analytics. You can see right here, January 2021, nothing. But look what happened over the next 3 years. My channel now has over 180,000 subscribers and generates more income than my corporate job ever did. And I'm going to show you exactly how this happened and why your age is your secret weapon. But first, let me address the elephant in the room. You're probably thinking, Sarah, there are millions of YouTube channels already. How could I possibly compete? Here's what I discovered that changed everything. The YouTube audience is aging. The fastest growing demographic on YouTube is people over 35. They have money to spend. They're looking for real advice from real people who've actually lived life. They don't want to hear from some 22-year-old influencer who's never had a real job. They want to hear from someone like you, someone like me, someone who's been through real struggles and come out the other side. Now let me break down exactly why you should start a YouTube channel if you're over 40, and I'm going to give you the real numbers, the real proof, and the real strategies that actually work. Why YouTube? Reason number 1, it can be a serious source of income. I'm not talking about pocket change. I'm talking about life-changing money. Let me show you my actual revenue dashboard. In my first year, I made 847s. Not impressive, right? But look at year 2, $23,000. And last year, $89,000. This year, I'm on track to hit 6 figures, and that's just from YouTube ad revenue. That doesn't include sponsorships, affiliate marketing, my own products, or consulting work that came directly from my YouTube channel. Here's what most people don't understand about YouTube monetization. It's not just about ad revenue. That's actually the smallest part of my income. The real money comes from everything else YouTube enables. Companies started reaching out to sponsor my videos. I created my own online course teaching what I know about project management. I started doing consulting work for small businesses. I launched an affiliate marketing program. All of this happened because YouTube gave me a platform and credibility. But here's the key. This only works if you have something valuable to share. And guess what? If you're over 40, you absolutely do. You have decades of work experience. You've solved problems. You've made mistakes and learned from them. You have knowledge that younger people simply don't have yet. That knowledge is worth money, real money. Why YouTube? Reason number 2, it's the second biggest search engine in the world, owned by Google, which is the first biggest search engine. This is huge, and most people completely miss this. When someone goes to Google and searches for information about your topic, YouTube videos show up in the search results. Google doesn't show videos from TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. They show YouTube videos. Let me give you a real example from my own channel. I made a video called How to Manage Difficult Employees Over 50. It was based on my 18 years of management experience. For the first 6 months, that video got maybe 200 views. I thought it was a failure, but then something amazing happened. It started showing up in Google search results. People were searching for managing older employees and dealing with difficult staff, and my video was right there on the first page of Google. Look at this analytics screenshot. This video now has over 150,000 views. And here's the crazy part. 60% of those views came from Google search, not from YouTube itself. People are finding my video when they search for solutions to real problems they're facing at work. And because I have 18 years of actual management experience, my advice resonates with them. They trust me because I've been where they are. This is why your age and experience matter so much. You're not just making content for entertainment. You're solving real problems for real people. And Google rewards that with search traffic that can last for years. Why YouTube? Reason number 3, you have more opportunities than ever before. YouTube isn't just about traditional videos anymore. You can do long-form content like this video. You can do YouTube Shorts, which are under 60 seconds. You can do live streaming. You can do podcasting. You can create community posts. You can even sell products directly through YouTube's shopping features. But here's what I love most about YouTube compared to other platforms. Your content has staying power. A video I made 2 years ago is still getting views today and still making me money today. Try that with a Facebook post or an Instagram story. They disappear into the void after a few days, but YouTube videos can generate income for years. I have videos from my first year that still get hundreds of views every month. They're still bringing in ad revenue. They're still generating leads for my consulting business. They're still building my email list. That's the power of YouTube. Your content works for you 24/7, even while you're sleeping. Why YouTube? Reason number 4, it's the most creator-friendly platform out there. YouTube actually wants you to succeed because when you succeed, they succeed. They provide you with incredible analytics so you can see exactly what's working and what isn't. They give you tools to optimize your content. They have a partner program that shares ad revenue with you. They're constantly adding new features to help creators grow. Compare that to other social media platforms that are constantly changing their algorithms to reduce your reach unless you pay for ads. YouTube's algorithm is designed to show your content to people who are genuinely interested in your topic. If you create good content that helps people, YouTube will help you find your audience. And here's something most people don't know. YouTube has incredible customer support for creators. When I had issues with copyright claims or technical problems, I was able to get real help from real people. Try getting that level of support from Facebook or Instagram. Why YouTube? Reason number 5, you can create videos about literally anything, and I mean anything. Let me give you some examples of successful channels run by people over 40. There's a woman named Linda who's 52 and has a channel about organizing your home. She has 300,000 subscribers. There's a guy named Robert who's 58 and teaches people how to fix cars. He has 500,000 subscribers and makes more money from YouTube than he ever did as a mechanic. There's a woman named Patricia who's 61 and teaches people how to use technology. She started her channel because she was frustrated that all the tech tutorials were made by young people who assumed you already knew the basics. Her channel now has over 200,000 subscribers, and she's making 6 figures a year teaching people her age how to use smartphones and computers. The point is, whatever you know, whatever you're passionate about, whatever problems you can solve, there's an audience for it on YouTube. Maybe you're great at cooking. Maybe you know about gardening. Maybe you're good with finances. Maybe you have experience in real estate or sales or customer service. Maybe you're crafty. Maybe you're into fitness. Maybe you love books or movies or travel. Here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to be the world's leading expert. You just need to know more than the person who's searching for help. And if you're over 40, you definitely know more about something than someone who's just starting out. But Sarah, you might be thinking, what if there are already other channels about my topic? Good. That means there's demand. That means people are actually searching for that information. You're not trying to create a market. You're trying to serve an existing market better than anyone else is serving it right now. And here's your secret weapon. You have life experience. You have perspective. You have stories. You have credibility. A 25-year-old can tell you how to invest money, but a 45-year-old can tell you how to invest money while raising kids and paying a mortgage and dealing with aging parents. Which advice do you think is more valuable? Why YouTube? Reason number 6, you can start with whatever equipment you already have. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking you need expensive cameras and professional lighting and a fancy studio. You don't. You really don't. My first 50 videos were shot with my iPhone. My lighting was a desk lamp. My microphone was the one built into my phone. Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Good audio is important. If people can't hear you clearly, they'll click away. But you don't need to spend thousands of dollars. A decent USB microphone costs about $50. Good lighting helps, but you can get great lighting by sitting near a window during the day. The camera I'm using right now cost me $400. It's not professional equipment. It's a basic DSLR that I bought used. My lighting setup cost me less than $200. My microphone was $75. My total equipment investment was under $700, and I didn't buy any of it until my channel was already making money. But here's what really matters. Content matters more than equipment. I've seen channels with millions of subscribers that use basic equipment. I've also seen channels with professional equipment that have 12 subscribers. Your audience doesn't care if your video looks like a Hollywood production. They care if you're helping them solve a problem or learn something new. And here's another advantage of being over 40. You're probably more comfortable being yourself on camera. You're not trying to be someone you're not. You're not worried about looking cool or trendy. You're just focused on delivering value, and that authenticity comes through in your videos. Why YouTube? Reason number 7. You can connect with people all around the world. This has been one of the most surprising and rewarding parts of my YouTube journey. I've received messages from people in Australia, the UK, Canada, India, South Africa, and dozens of other countries. People who found my videos helpful and wanted to thank me. I've had viewers become clients. I've had viewers become friends. I've been invited to speak at conferences because of my YouTube channel. I've been featured in podcasts and interviews. I've collaborated with other creators. None of this would have happened if I hadn't started my YouTube channel. But it's not just about business connections. It's about human connections. I've received messages from people going through difficult times at work who said my videos helped them feel less alone. I've heard from people who were considering career changes and found the courage to make the leap after watching my content. I've connected with other women my age who are also starting over after corporate layoffs. There's something powerful about putting yourself out there and sharing your knowledge and experience. You realize that your struggles aren't unique, your knowledge isn't common, your perspective matters, and there are people out there who need to hear exactly what you have to say. Now let me address some of the objections I know you're having right now. First objection, I don't know what to talk about. Here's a simple exercise. Write down 3 problems you've solved in your life or career. Write down 3 things people ask you for advice about. Write down 3 topics you could talk about for an hour without notes. There's your first 9 video ideas. Second objection, I'm not comfortable on camera. Neither was I. My first video took me 4 hours to record because I kept messing up and starting over. But you know what? It gets easier, much easier. By my 10th video, I was comfortable. By my 20th video, I actually enjoyed it. Now it feels as natural as having a conversation with a friend. Third objection, I don't have time. You're watching YouTube videos right now, so you obviously have some free time. I started my channel while working a full-time job. I recorded videos on weekends and edited them in the evenings. You don't need to post every day. You don't even need to post every week. Consistency matters more than frequency. Pick a schedule you can stick to and stick to it. Fourth objection, there's too much competition. There are billions of people on this planet. Even if there are 1,000 channels in your niche, there's still room for you, because there's only one you. There's only one person with your exact combination of experience, personality, and perspective. That's your competitive advantage. Fifth objection, what if I fail? What if you succeed? But let's say you do fail. What's the worst that happens? You learn some new skills. You get more comfortable with technology. You push yourself out of your comfort zone. You try something new. Those are all good things, even if your channel doesn't take off. But here's what I really want you to understand. The biggest risk isn't failure. The biggest risk is regret. The biggest risk is looking back in 5 years and wondering what would have happened if you had just tried. The biggest risk is letting fear keep you from sharing your gifts with the world. Let me tell you about my friend Janet. She's 53 and spent 25 years as a nurse. She always talked about starting a YouTube channel to teach people about health and wellness from a nurse's perspective. But she kept making excuses. She didn't have the right equipment. She didn't know enough about editing. She was too busy. She was too old. She was worried about what people would think. Finally, last year, she started her channel. She called it Nurse Janet's Health Corner. She makes simple videos about common health issues, medication management, and wellness tips for people over 50. Her channel now has 45,000 subscribers. She's making $3,000 a month in ad revenue, plus sponsorship deals with health companies. More importantly, she's helping thousands of people take better care of their health. But here's the thing that really gets me. Janet said to me last week, "Sarah, I wish I had started this 5 years ago. Think about how many more people I could have helped. Think about how much more money I could have made. Think about how much more confident I would be now." Don't be Janet 5 years from now wishing you had started today. Let me share one more success story that I think will inspire you. There's a man named David who's 62 years old. He worked in construction his whole life. When he retired, he was bored out of his mind. His wife suggested he start a YouTube channel teaching people basic home repair and maintenance. He thought she was crazy. He said, "Honey, I'm 62 years old. I don't know anything about computers or the internet." But she convinced him to try. His first video was called How to Fix a Leaky Faucet. He shot it with his wife's iPad. The audio was terrible, the lighting was bad, but the information was solid because he had 40 years of experience. That video now has over 200,000 views. David's channel, Grandpa's Fix-It Shop, now has over 150,000 subscribers. He makes more money from YouTube than he ever made in construction. But more than that, he has a sense of purpose again. He's helping people. He's sharing his knowledge. He's staying active and engaged. He told me, "Starting this YouTube channel gave me my life back." Here's what I want you to take away from David's story. You don't need to be young to start. You don't need to be tech savvy to start. You don't need to be perfect to start. You just need to start. So let me give you a simple action plan. Step 1, pick your topic. What do you know that other people want to learn? What problems can you solve? What advice do people ask you for? Pick one topic to start with. You can always expand later. Step 2, create your channel. Go to YouTube, sign in with your Google account, and create a channel. Pick a name that clearly describes what your channel is about. Don't overthink this. You can change it later. Step 3, make your first video. Use whatever equipment you have. Your phone is fine. Find a quiet spot with good lighting. Look directly at the camera and talk like you're talking to a friend. Introduce yourself, explain what your channel is about, and share one piece of valuable information. Step 4, upload and optimize. Write a clear title that includes keywords people might search for. Write a description that explains what the video is about. Add some relevant tags. Create a simple thumbnail or use one of YouTube's auto-generated options. Step 5, be consistent. Pick a schedule and stick to it. Once a week is fine. Once a month is fine. The key is consistency, not frequency. Step 6, engage with your audience. Respond to comments. Ask questions. Build a community around your content. Step 7, keep learning and improving. Watch other successful channels in your niche. Read YouTube's Creator Academy resources.